This is Oxygen Not Included. It's a game about building and running a colony. But I play Factorio, and all these weird little alien dudes running around kinda give me the heebie-jeebies. The dupes, as they're called, definitely aren't human. So let's just pretend like we're playing Factorio and automate everything. And then the dupes can retire. Permanently. Before we jump into it though, give me a little sub, won't you? I'm trying to grow my channel and every subscriber helps. Onto the video. So before we can automate everything, we're going to need an actual working colony. We're going to try one of the newer maps. Full disclosure, these are not new at all, I just haven't played the game in a while. The series minor looks kinda hot. Usually heat is a problem in Oxygen Not Included, so this planet, Oid, is probably going to have some other issues. Introducing the Dig Bickers. We've got Amari, Nails, and Devon. In Oni, you roll for dupes, but their stats are pretty flexible. There are some god-awful traits though. And here we go. The very first thing you have to do in any playthrough is some digging. And then, I'm not kidding here, you need to get a toilet down and quick. Otherwise everyone is just going to start pissing everywhere. It's a dead horse kind of joke at this point, but so many people have lost good colonies because somebody peed in the water tank. Next is food and science, and the little bit of power generation to get that going. Behold, the tech tree. It is extensive. You start here with basics like, and then you end here with high-powered diamond forging. Very cool. Now, as discussed, dupes are not people, but they do share a lot of properties with us. Things like melting temperature and liking soft beds to sleep in. So we're gonna make them some beds. And a nice little cozy heater because it's, Jesus, it's -20 in here. Series minor doesn't fuck around. It also comes with some new wildlife, which we are going to eat. At this point, you've probably noticed the kind of funky cartoonish art style that Oxygen Not Included has. It is a lie. This is probably one of the most complicated colony sims I've ever played. Literally every single tile is simulated across like 15 different layers, like temperature, decor, radiation levels, etc. There is a lot going on. If the art style looks familiar, it's probably because you played Don't Starve. Clay Entertainment thought it would be hilarious to make another difficult game where you starve to death all the time. Anyway, our colony has been growing quite nicely in the background. We now have a stable for animals, and we're going to try grow some trees, because apparently we need wood to keep our dupes warm. Oh, what's this? Oh neat, they added CS2 skins. Moving on. Our colony is doing so well. We even have enough food and wood to last... Oh, never mind, we ran out. So yeah, this is totally the same colony, and the last one definitely didn't die of starvation. The cold map is definitely a little different. Now that our colony is built up a bit more sustainably, we're going to settle another planetoid, and this one is full of yummy oil. I sure hope nobody kidnaps the president of it and extracts all the natural resources. With it set up, we can now trade nice cool water with this base, and in fair exchange, we have a near infinite source of energy. Sounds like a good deal to me. Before we can automate things, we're going to need access to a few resources. So, we're going to need to industrialize. We'll need loads of plastic, refined metal, and plenty of power to keep the lights on. That shouldn't take too long. I'll just play some Oxygen Not Included until I've reached that point, and then we can continue the video. What year is it? I've been playing so much. Oxygen Not Included, more like crack not included. Okay, not as catchy as Factorio, but you get my point. I was having so much fun, I almost forgot what I was making this video for. I need to start automating things. So here's my colony, and you might be thinking, well, that's really cool, but all I see is flesh and weakness. By the way, please ignore all the parts of the base that clearly aren't working. Those are purely decorative. Alright, time to get back on track. Here is what we've fully automated so far. Metal refinement. Despite having a lot more cold space to exploit, I decided to make it self-cooling. It only costs like 1 million power, but it is technically automated. Oil power. Water is spurted from the geyser and travels all the way over here, is magically teleported and gets fed into the oil pumps. That oil comes back and is fed into a processing plant, and taken all the way up here for a mighty 2 megawatts of power. Oxygen generation. We have a polluted water vent that is turned into nice, cool, clean drinking water. And oxygen for breathing. It is, in fact, included. So, things that still need automating? My ranches. I built these like in the first 30 cycles and then never upgraded them, So, yeah. Food. Because my colony kept heating up and I had to move my farm like 5 different times. And so now it's over here. And I started automating, but then I forgot. Plastic. Where are my plastic makers? I must have had a plastic plant at some point. Because I have all this plastic. Okay, I guess we'll make a new one. With automation. Time to get started. Okay, so animal automation is pretty basic. And there's some great tools to help us out. Like this lovely critter sensor. When there are too many critters, sweep away the eggs and take them to the hatchery. These use a ridiculous amount of power, so to cut costs we're going to reduce the active time. Just long enough that a disgusting dupe can come and cuddle the eggs for the growth bonus. Then, when hatched, the animal goes through one final stage of evolution. Death. Boom, automated. Now, a carnivore diet might be cool and have no side effects, but we also got to get that bread. More specifically, frost buns. These are fickle because they need to be kept at least -5 degrees, but they also need water to grow. I'm no scientist, but I know what happens to water when it gets to 0 degrees. So we need to both cool the plants down and provide enough water that won't freeze. We also need to automate giving them dirt and taking the grain away to the fridge. Some insulated pipes here and some radiant pipes here. Then all the shipping gizmos and the little sweep arm thingies. And boom, automated. Now plastic. Plastic is a little tricky because it makes a crap load of heat, CO2 and steam. So usually you have to have other power-hungry pumps to handle those byproducts. Or we can just put it in space. Perfect. With enough cool oil, the pump should never overheat. Boom, automated. Wow, with all this automation, my dupes have so much free time. They're just kind of hanging out. What's this? A new dupe? Oh, a bionic dupe. Well, that kind of counts as a machine, right? Wowee. These dupes are like way cooler and like a lot less fleshy. And they can do all the silly little dupe tasks like operating the oil refinery. We don't even really need the old dupes anymore. Are you tired of the cold? Have you lived your entire lifetime shivering? Do you wish to be eternally warm? Introducing the ever-burning flame of liquid odd magma. Everybody get in. Hold your breaths, it's about to get really toasty. Great. Now my factory, my colony, is fully automated. Thanks for watching.